Why do we want to use software defined whatever? One of the reasons is we can exceed our service level agreements. We can make our service level agreements more attractive to those that we support. Here we're drawing out a server with some applications and a network switch. Now, as we draw this out, we'll draw a second one in, and of course the user, which is the ultimate objective here, right? The user and their performance down there, and the user has 2 millisecond SLA. So as we're building out here, you see the red lines coming on the screen to the right hand side. That indicates that that switch is overloaded. So an SDN controller, one of the functions of an SDN controller, allows us to see that there's a problem there and automatically divert the workload to another switch, right? Allowing our user to get optimal performance and us as the IT provider to be able to meet that less than 2 millisecond delay time for that service level agreement. And we do that through, in this example, dynamic routes, QoS, SLA focus, things of that nature. But an important note here, many of you will say, well, I've already got that. I already have a load balancer, for example, or a packet shaper, or I've got lots of things within my environment that allows me, that I've used for years, that allows me to manage performance down to my network. And I agree 100%. You do have those things within your environment today, and they can certainly be used and continue to be used. What I would submit, though, is that the application of software at a software layer. Now, by the way, if you look at many of those appliances, like your load balancers, for example, many of them are starting to go to virtual machines as well, right? Get away from the expensive OEM-based hardware that they have to run on certain hardware. They make it virtual, they make it more software defined, and it becomes part of an SDN, software defined network infrastructure. And that controller can add things that do packet shaping and load balancing and things of that nature. And now I can manage those load balancers from the same interface with my software defined infrastructure, my SDN solution. So I can exceed my SLAs and do it all remotely, as well as manage this information, as well as other things like provisioning these switches, maintenance of the switches, all of this defined within an SDN controller infrastructure. It's not just the controller itself, by the way, it's a whole bunch of other components, and see other videos about the different components that are within an SDN infrastructure.